Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jordan. You guys did really awesome with my last video, so I was coming to bring you another story. Before I get into this one, I just want to let you guys know that if throughout any point in the video you find something offensive, I don't mean to be offensive, I'm just kidding. I'm obviously joking. I consider myself a bit of a comedian. I'm just going to talk about something that I've been pretty passionate about most of my life, and that's accent work. Ever since I was little, I can remember, imitating Mickey Mouse, huh? Hey, boys and girls, do you want to go on an adventure? Huh? And, I used to say really freaky stuff to, mess with my friends in a Mickey Mouse voice. I'd be like, oh, don't look behind you, but, I think somebody's got a knife, huh? And my friends would be like, I got really good at Kermit the Frog. Oh, it's not easy being green. I love you, Miss Piggy. Even Miss Piggy just, hey, Hermie, you just can't handle all this woman. And then I got older, and I got into more, darker concepts, Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I got pretty good at Gollum. What does it have in his pockets, his precious? Dirty, thieves, tricksy little hobbitses. No, Master is our friend. You don't have any friends. Gollum. And I started playing with, those little aspects of, what makes a voice. And, as I got older, I kind of found that in, real life voices. Some people in my family were kind of Southern, They would say, man, you need to come inside and eat your dinner. It's important if you don't eat all your green beans and finish your pork chop, you ain't gonna grow up, be big and strong, work on them farms, be able to shuck a barrel of hay like nobody's business. And even though I grew up in the South predominantly, I was taught diction and saying things correctly, so I didn't end up sounding like that. But I was also exposed to sort of a rural black type of area, maybe a little ghetto, maybe I started picking up on women that would be like, man, I can't stand all this, man. I was just walking down the street trying to get me a Sprite. What? My name Bon LaQuisha LaFondria. And see, what had happened was while we was working, me and my girl Tracy, right? We see this old white dude swerving all over the road. I'm like, girl, what he doing? She like, girl, I don't even know what he doing. And he's swerving all over the place. I'm like, girl, what happening? And then he hit a pole, and that pole fell on him like a fat man on a waterbed. And I said, girl, that's karma, boo-boo, Just silly stuff like that. And I started realizing that there was, something to be said about that talent, the ability to mimic things. I would hear a Lucky Charms commercial, and they're magically delicious. And I would start talking like that, and I would say, maybe we need to go down and have a pint, and oh, that's a pretty lass wearing a nice tight little skirt, you see there. And then suddenly you're like, I've never seen a fat leprechaun before. I don't know if you you don't know. And, maybe I got a little bit older and started doing some stuff I shouldn't do, and maybe I let the bit of a rasta touch my soul, you know what I mean? And, as I got a little bit older, I started getting a little bit mischievous, playing pranks and whatnot, what have you. And I distinctly remember there was this one time I was following this poor family around this little outside shopping area. There's an area in Sandestin called Baytown Wharf. It's sort of like an outside shopping mall with Christmas lights strewn over the whole thing. And I remember that I was dared to pretend to be a Russian kid and follow around this tourist family that was going around. And I walked up to them and I said, excuse me, I don't know where my friends went, but I was wondering if you would maybe consider showing me around, maybe being a good friend to me and seeing what there is to see here. I'm only on vacation until tomorrow. And to their credit, they were really sweet people, and they showed me around, and they were telling me all kinds of things about a place that I had lived for years, and it was hysterical, and it was really hard for me to keep everything together. And then at the end of it, I remember the sun was setting, and they asked me to take a picture for them. They were, this cute family, right? Mom, dad, grandpa, a younger son, so cute. And they wanted me to take a picture of them against this, backdrop of this really awesome dock setup that they had, and there was a beautiful view of the sunset. And this poor woman was explaining to me like how a camera works. She was like, "Oh, you just take it and then it's right there is where you click, and I'll take a picture. And if you want to click it like 3 or 4 different times, I'll take like several pictures, and then we'll see if it's good. And like we want to try with and without flash to see which one's gonna be better. So you hit that little lightning bolt right there, and that's gonna turn off the flash, or you can turn it back on. And you want to take like 3 or 4 pictures on both modes, okay?" And I'm just sitting there like, lady, you just assume that people in Russia don't have smartphones? Like, this is so condescending. But I had to just sit there and shut my mouth, and then I was like, "Okay, thank you. Alright, go stand. I'm ready to take a picture." And they go stand in there, and I say, "Alright, now say cheese." And they say cheese, and I said, "By the way, I'm from Georgia, guys." And somewhere out there's an entire family with their face going, and that amuses me greatly. But yeah, it's a little taste into my accent work, and I hope you like my video. Hop down, give me some likes, subscribe. I refuse to put out the next video until you hit me with at least 40 likes. So share with all your friends. Make sure your friends like. Please, these likes goals are important because it gives me feedback. I'll make sure you guys get what you like. So have a great day. Stay safe out there. Peace.